Chicago Sun-Times is reporting that Kyrie Irving has let some of his former Team USA teammates know he might be willing to push for a trade, especially if he feels the Cavs' run could end quickly, with James able to opt out next season. Max, if LeBron leaves early, well, after next season, obviously, is what everyone thinks, how much value does Kyrie have without the King?
I mean, if he did more than score, Kyrie's amazing at scoring. Amazing. That's all he does. He doesn't make his teammates better, doesn't play defense, never led a winning team, can't even be on a winning team with Kevin Love and Thompson and other guys when LeBron sits down. When LeBron sits, they're minus $1 billion. But you can't build a team around him. We've already seen it. As a young pro, he was a loser. I don't mean his ability to score. I mean his team. He didn't elevate his teammates. They were no good. The Cavs were straight trash.
Kyrie Irving he can't be the best player on a championship team. But the ingredients to his game and what makes him such a successful offensive player isn't something that ultimately makes guys around him that much better. You know, you can find yourself spectating with somebody like Kyrie Irving because he's got the nastiest handle in the game. He can put on an absolute show. He's that individual, juggernaut coming your way. He's the guy that you can put the ball in his hands and say, take me there, close the deal for me. But over the course of 82 games, 48 minutes each night, you're going to need a collective effort, and particularly one specific individual that can carry that load by dropping 25 a night.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we'll be looking at whether the Boston Celtics are a legit threat to the Golden State Warriors. Or the Cleveland Cavaliers, whether it doesn't matter. But before we get into this, let's just get this started by, if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And of course, leave in the comments down below how you feel on this subject and on any other of my videos. Let's get right into it. So as you saw in that first video I showed you, both Stephen A. and Max Kellerman before this NBA season believed Kyrie could not lead a team to a contention. But this opinion of theirs has definitely changed throughout the season, and I think they've started to gain on Kyrie and started to, accept the fact that he is an elite point guard in this league. Now, whether John Wall is better than him, that's a discussion for a different video. But moving on from that, both Stephen A. and Max, both were looking forward to seeing if Kyrie can lead this team. And that's one thing I was most looking forward to heading into this NBA season. Can Kyrie lead a contender like the Celtics to possibly an NBA Finals or, possibly an NBA championship, which I highly doubted, but, I was considering them making the finals, maybe. I didn't really think it could happen. Depends on Isaiah Thomas. But when Gordon Hayward went down, I thought it was over. Just like everyone else who, watches basketball. The Celtics lost that game and then lost again this next night. So it was a back-to-back, but that's no excuse. It was the first game of the season, but they lost again to the Milwaukee Bucks. Of course, both the Cavaliers and the Milwaukee Bucks are very good teams. Don't get me wrong, they are very good teams. But Kyrie did not play that well. He had 17 points and 22 points in those games, and he averaged 19.5 points per game. He struggled with an average of 3 turnovers per game and had a negative plus-minus. Also had 22% from the field. That's some Lonzo Ball numbers, am I right? Alright. But after that, against the Bucks, fans were criticizing Kyrie from the stands. And Kyrie said some interesting things. Let's play what he said.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
So after that, the Celtics started doing good. The Celtics right now are on a 15-game win streak. 15 games they've won in a row. One of those games were against the Golden State Warriors. They are 15-2. They have the best record in the NBA. And they are light years better than the Cavs. If you watch their games, they are light years better than the Cavs. The Cavs are 8-7. And they have LeBron James. Even though they don't have Isaiah Thomas, the Celtics are beasting and feasting. I don't even know what to say. And Kyrie, he's been amazing. Averaging 21.6 points per game, 4.9 assists per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 2 steals per game, and has definitely boosted that shooting. 49% from the field. So that's in the Celtics win streak. In the last 15 games, those are the numbers Kyrie is averaging, and he has boosted himself into the MVP talks. What? I don't know how, and I don't agree with it, but, some people have their own opinions, but all the other players on the Celtics, some people you weren't expecting to step up as much. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, and even a surprising Terry Rozier off the bench. Al Horford has averaged 50.3 points per game and 8.8 rebounds per game. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, key young pieces for this team. One a sophomore in Jaylen Brown and one a freshman or a rookie in Jason Tatum. They are both averaging 14 points per game. That's pretty good for those young players. All these taken into consideration, the Celtics are 24th in the league in points per game and are 19th in the league for offensive rating. Now, if you're wondering why the Celtics have the best record in the NBA and really are the 19th best offense in the league, you're not alone. I was wondering that as well. And the reason is their defense. They are shockingly good defensive team. They're first in the league for defensive rating. They are incredibly efficient too in defense and offense. And they have the second best net rating behind the Warriors, who they just beat. If you look at the Celtics roster, players having 20 minutes or more in total, here's how the defensive rating goes. Shane Larkin, Aaron Baines, so those are the first two with the best defensive rating. And then the key core of the Celtics, the third best defender according to defensive rating, even though, defense can't really be measured that well. This is the closest thing we have. The third best defender on the Celtics is Jaylen Brown, the fourth Al Horford, the fifth Jason Tatum, the sixth Marcus Smart, the seventh Terry Rozier, and the eighth, surprisingly, with how much he's been criticized on his defense, the eighth is Kyrie Irving. All these guys are the key core of the Celtics, and most of them are starters. And if they are defending, wow, this team is dangerous. Alright, so I just gave you a background on what the Celtics have been doing and what their key to success is, but now let's answer the question, are the Celtics a legit contender? Really to make the finals, I think. That's their competition, the Cavs. Will the Celtics make the finals? And in my opinion, I'd say no. The reason for this is actually their strength, defense. On the Celtics roster, who can guard LeBron? Jason Tatum? No. Jaylen Brown? Max? Maybe. Al Horford? I mean, he's guarded Giannis, but I don't think... Giannis is something, but LeBron? He's just all muscle. He's insane, but there's no 100% guy to guard LeBron. Let's just take this in consideration. Let's just look at the Toronto Raptors. The roster is very, very good, and has been throughout the year. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, and probably should have made the finals at least 1 year, but they didn't because no one can guard LeBron. DeMar DeRozan? No, absolutely not. That's why the Cavs make the finals and lose. KD can guard LeBron. But I know you might be thinking, what about the 1 year the Warriors won without KD? Well, if you remember, Kyrie and Kevin Love were both injured. This allowed the Warriors to focus their whole defense on LeBron, making it very hard for LeBron to score. One thing that is highly underrated about LeBron is he needs spacing. He works best with another offensive star so that not all the defensive focus is on him. Some of the defensive focus can be on the other star. That's why people like Kyrie and Dwayne Wade and possibly Isaiah Thomas excel in the system LeBron has, where, they aren't really the key components of the offense, but LeBron can do everything in the third quarter, and then he can have someone close it out for him in the fourth, because by the fourth quarter, all the defensive focus will be on LeBron after he did everything in the third quarter. That's why Kyrie was a great addition to the Cavs team, because Kyrie is an amazing closer. But the more defensive focus on the star next to LeBron, that makes it easier for LeBron to score. He'll have more space. That's why he needs shooters as well. That's why they have Kyle Lowry, really to just clear out the paint, get one-on-ones with LeBron with weaker defenders, which really no one can guard LeBron if we're being honest. Alright, so right back to the point. How does this relate to the Celtics? The Celtics are the main competitor for the Cavs. We already established that. So the Celtics know all about the things Isaiah Thomas can do on offense. After what he did for their team last year, he brought them to a number 1 seed. That's looking like what Kyrie will do this year. But if you remember, when the Celtics were coming back on opening night, after Gordon Hayward got hurt, remember why this happened? LeBron was struggling. And it's because the Celtics started double and triple teaming LeBron, making it nearly impossible for him to score. When Isaiah Thomas comes back, none of that will be happening. It will basically be a one-on-one with Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. But you might be thinking, they could play zone, which wouldn't really work against the Cavs. The Cavs have surrounded LeBron with players that can shoot from three-pointer. This is one of the reasons they did that. I think a lot of people definitely don't understand that. And it really makes it ineffective to run zones against the Cavs. If you run a 3-2 zone, you are leaving the paint very open and are only guarding three-point shooters. But, of course, you can move around in the zone. That'd probably be your best option against the Cavs. But if you have one weak defender, that's really not going to happen. But, the Celtics really don't have a weak defender, so that probably could work. That'd probably be their best option and not play man-on-man. Or the Cavs also have a lineup full of them, full of shooters. They can have 5 shooters. And, of course, have LeBron driving the whole time. But besides that, you can also play 2-3 zone, which, of course, basically stops LeBron from scoring, as you have 3 people, guarding the basket. But 2 people are up, so it is really hard to play that. And we've seen LeBron kind of get a 3-pointer, so that definitely makes things hard for defensive. But 3-2 zone could possibly work against this Cavs team. But it basically comes down to pick your poison. Do you want to have LeBron pass it to shooters and, hope the shooters miss? Or do you want to have LeBron go man-on-man and hope that he has an off night? But that won't really work in the 7-game series. So, it would be very hard for the Celtics to guard LeBron. But wait, we all know about the Cavs' defensive struggles. And we've definitely learned that this is a problem. And when Isaiah comes back, it will not be better. But the Cavs could guard this team. The Celtics are 19th ranked offense in the league, and they are 13th in the league for 3-pointers. The Cavs' struggles have been on help defense and pick and rolls, 2 things that involve 3-pointers. Of course, you have people like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, maybe? He's kind of streaky shooter. Al Horford, and then of course Kyrie handling the ball. That's kind of it. So they could definitely play a lot of help defense, and really their only problem will be against the Warriors and a team with a bunch of three-point shooters. The Celtics are 13th in the league in made three-pointers per game. That's definitely something they can guard. The Cavs offense is better than the Celtics offense in this situation based on the defensive stance of each team. And one last thing about the Celtics team. I don't see them winning this year depending on Isaiah Thomas. If he comes back healthy, which I don't think it really matters that much if he comes back healthy. I think it matters just to get in the opponent's head. As I said before, I might have a video on that coming out. But this team, the Celtics team, it's the future. They have so many young guys. I made a video about this. I'll leave it in the description down below. But I'll just wrap it up real quick. Very young with Tatum, Brown, and Smart, who may not show up in the playoffs due to lack of experience. But this is a very weak point because it is assuming things. But it is a point in itself. So I guess I might as well throw that in there. I'll just throw that in there last. But it also could be used against the Cavs because this team is very young and reckless and will possibly just do whatever they want out there. But that also can be used against the Celtics. But there's one thing for sure. This team is special and is the future of the East. So in conclusion, I think there's a very slight chance that the Celtics represent the East in the finals this year. But in the next couple of years, the Celtics are a safe bet to make the finals each year. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And of course, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. Of course, if you like, oh my god, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. Of course, comment your opinion on the Celtics down below. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Hey.